Hi and welcome to my channel, Hopewell Stories. Today's video is how a male child he discovered his parents were never his parents on his wedding day. The sun was shining brightly over the town of Maple Hill on the morning of Ethan's wedding. Birds chirped, flowers bloomed, and the air smelled like happiness. Ethan stood in front of the mirror adjusting his tie for the 10th time. He was nervous, excited, and a little overwhelmed. Today was supposed to be the happiest day of his life. He was marrying Maya, the love of his life. They had been together since high school, and now, 5 years later, they were finally getting married. Their families were there, their friends had come from all over, and the whole town seemed to be buzzing with joy. Ethan's parents stood near the back of the church, smiling proudly. His father, Mr. Carter, looked sharp in his suit, and his mother, Mrs. Carter, dabbed her eyes with a tissue. Ethan smiled at them. He loved them very much. They had raised him, supported him, and been there for every big moment in his life. But none of that would matter soon. As the ceremony began, everything seemed perfect. The music played, Maya walked down the aisle looking like a dream, and Ethan could barely breathe, he was so happy. But then came the part where the officiant asked if anyone had any reason why the couple should not be married. It was just a formality. Everyone knew that. No one ever spoke up. It was tradition, but today, someone did. "I do." The voice came from the back of the church. A man stepped forward. He was tall, with gray hair and tired eyes. He wore a simple coat and held a piece of paper in his shaking hands. The crowd gasped. Ethan turned around slowly, confused. "Who are you?" he asked. The man took a deep breath. "I'm your real father," he said. Silence fell over the church. Ethan blinked. "What?" The man stepped closer. "Your name isn't Ethan Carter. That's not your family. You were adopted when you were a baby. And I've spent 26 years trying to find you." Ethan felt like the world had stopped spinning. He turned to his parents, his supposed parents. They looked stunned. His mother dropped her tissue. "No," she whispered. "This isn't true." The man held out the paper. "Birth certificate," he said. "DNA test. Everything checks out. I found you through a genealogy website. I didn't want to ruin your day, but I couldn't let you get married without knowing the truth." Ethan stared at the paper. He couldn't move. He couldn't speak. Maya stepped forward. "Ethan, what is this?" I don't know," he said. "This can't be real. Mom, Dad, is this true?" Mrs. Carter looked like she might faint. Her lips trembled. We wanted to tell you," she said. "We really did, but it never felt like the right time." Ethan shook his head. "You mean it's true?" Mr. Carter nodded slowly. "Yes, we adopted you when you were just a few months old. Your biological parents left you at a hospital. We didn't even know who they were until now." Ethan backed away. "So my whole life, everything I thought was real, was a lie." "No," Mrs. Carter said quickly. "No, we're still your parents. We raised you. We loved you. But you lied to me," Ethan said, his voice rising. "All these years you never told me I wasn't your son." "We were scared," Mr. Carter said. "We didn't want to lose you." Ethan looked at the man standing at the back of the church. The man who claimed to be his real father. He didn't recognize him. He didn't feel anything for him. He felt nothing but confusion and betrayal. "I need some air," he said. And he ran out of the church. Everyone watched in silence as he disappeared outside. Later that night, Ethan sat alone on a bench by the lake. The wedding had been called off. The guests had gone home. Maya had tried to talk to him, but he hadn't been ready. His phone buzzed. It was a text from Maya. "Can we talk?" He didn't reply. He looked at the birth certificate the man had given him. It had a different name, a different date, a different life. He heard footsteps behind him. He turned to see the man, his biological father, standing there. "I'm sorry," the man said. "I didn't mean to ruin your day." Ethan looked up at him. "Then why did you come?" The man sighed. "Because I lost you once. I didn't want to lose you again." Ethan shook his head. "I don't even know you." "I know, but I'd like to change that." Ethan didn't answer. The man sat beside him. "Let me tell you what happened. Maybe it will help." And so he did. 26 years ago, The man, whose name was James, was young and in love. He had a girlfriend named Clara. They weren't married, but they were planning to be. When Clara got pregnant, they were both terrified but excited. They moved into a small apartment, saved money, and waited for the baby to arrive. But then Clara got sick. Very sick. She went into labor early. The doctors tried everything, but she didn't make it. The baby survived, though. A healthy baby boy. James was heartbroken. He couldn't take care of the baby alone. He was working 2 jobs, barely sleeping. One day he left the baby with a friend while he worked. When he came back, the baby was gone. They told me he was taken to a safe place. James said that he'd be adopted by a good family. I tried to find him after I got myself together, but I couldn't, until now. Ethan listened quietly. He didn't know how to feel. You have her smile, James said softly. Clara's smile. Ethan looked down. I don't remember her. You wouldn't. You were only a few months old. There was a long pause. Finally, Ethan said, I don't hate you. I don't know what to do. James nodded. Take your time. I'll wait. The next morning, Ethan stood in front of his childhood house. He knocked on the door. His mother opened it. She looked tired, like she hadn't slept. Can I come in? He asked. She nodded and stepped aside. They sat at the kitchen table. There was coffee, but no one drank it. I'm sorry, Mrs. Carter said. We should have told you sooner. Ethan looked at her. Why didn't you? We were afraid, she said. Afraid you'd leave us. Afraid you wouldn't love us anymore. I still love you, Ethan said. You raised me. You taught me how to ride a bike, how to tie my shoes, how to be a good person. You're still my parents. Tears filled her eyes. Thank you, but I also want to know where I came from. Ethan said, I want to meet him, not because I don't love you, but because I need to understand who I am. Mrs. Carter reached across the table and held his hand. We'll support you, whatever you need. Over the next few weeks, Ethan got to know James. It wasn't easy. There were awkward dinners, strange silences, and moments where Ethan didn't know what to say. But slowly they built a relationship. James showed him old photos of Clara. He told stories about her laugh, her kindness, her stubbornness. Ethan started to feel something, like a missing puzzle piece, had finally clicked into place. At the same time, he stayed close to his adoptive parents. Nothing changed between them. If anything, they grew closer. One evening, he met Maya at the park. I missed you, she said. I missed you too, he replied. She looked at him carefully. Are you okay? He nodded. Not fully, but I'm getting there. She smiled. I'm here if you need me. He took her hand. I know. Months later, Ethan stood in front of a small group of people. This time, he was holding a microphone, not a bouquet. It was a new wedding, his and Maya's second attempt. His parents were there, both sets. James sat in the back row, watching with pride. Ethan's adoptive parents sat in the front, holding hands. As Ethan looked at Maya, he realized something. He had always thought identity was about blood, about where you came from. But now he understood. It was about love, about the people who stayed by your side. No matter what, he had 2 families now, 2 pasts, and 1 future. And for the first time in a long time, he felt whole. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye.